take those.
Hello.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
What ho, everybody.
I seem to have got lost and fallen into Let's Talk Trek on a Sunday.
There's one thing we won't do here, and that's not talk about Trek sort of thing.
Oh, well, Dan wasn't here the week before last week. We broke the golden rule. We talked about Star Trek for a good 10 solid minutes. I mean, there was no stopping us. We wouldn't shut up.
Oh, was this when you had Chris as a guest presenter and Megan? Yes. I watched this back because there was Chris and there was a green screen that I assumed was Megan.
Her connection was worse than mine. Megan.
Maybe we should start like a fundraiser. We could release a Christmas single to buy Megan a webcam.
What ho, Megan? Hey, Gary. How you doing, buddy?
Nadim.
Hey, Nadim.
Well, so it's the return of Let's Talk Trek, and what a couple of weeks it's been. You know, it's been a busy old couple of weeks, not just in Star Trek world, but in the world in general. A lot seems to have gone on. So, yeah.
I'd like to put my name forward to be the next race director for Formula One, because I think that I could do a significantly better job than Michael Massey has managed this year. What a shambles. Shambles.
Okay.
How would you stay awake, though?
All right, let's say it now. Are you, and if you haven't yet watched the Formula One result, where have you been? James, are you happy or unhappy with the result today?
Well, to be honest, I think both of the drivers who were in contention have turned into colossal dicks, to be honest. But at the same time, I think Hamilton was robbed.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's going to be for the International Court of Sport Arbitration, whatever it is, to sort this mess out. But what a pickle.
Was it a good race, though?
It was an exciting race, yeah.
The safety car came out.
And a virtual safety car. I love the idea of a virtual safety car.
Right, let's have a look. Megan says she's bought a new laptop, so she should be...
Hey, what a Megan. Good for you. They're hard to come by at the moment, like rocking horse poo. Steve, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Green Girl and everyone. We haven't got a Green Girl for you this week, I'm afraid, Christoph.
Unless the Green Girl wants to jump on, in which case she's more than happy to jump on.
With a new laptop? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to jump on, Megan, send me a message, I'll ping you the link. Right. Hamilton was robbed, I agree. No, he wasn't. Max was rightly deserved it.
I'm generally just a little bit...
Having been allowed to catch up 13 seconds and then given a launch start with all the back markers moved out of his way...
I was looking forward to watching it, but I had to attend my son's football match, so I missed the race. I'm generally just a bit jealous, if I'm honest with you.
Let's have a look. Hamilton and Bottas both pushed themselves off the grid. The final result is morally correct. There we go.
They didn't push him off the grid. Hamilton started in second. Verstappen was in pole.
Oh, this could go on and on and on. Right.
Let's get some alcohol in, James.
Yeah, well, before we do that, I just want to say... Yeah, we'll do the alcohol in James first, actually. Let's do that one. Press the button. Which button does it? It's been a while since I've done this.
Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that I'm already wearing... Oh, have you got a screwdriver there, Richard?
I have. Don't ask me for a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, so I'm already wearing my Christmas pajamas because I'm tired. It's the end of the year, so I haven't got much energy to be doing anything. So this evening's cocktail is a pre-mixed one, and it is an Iconian woo-woo.
Just quickly, James, what was the name of that corner shop retailer we bought our pre-mixed cocktails from while we were at DSTL?
It was the Nissa Local.
That's it, Nissa Local. It's been bugging me. The Nissa Local range of cocktails is really quite impressive.
So yes, for the Iconian woo-woo, you will require some Vidian vodka, some Polaris peach schnapps, some Cardassian cranberry, and of course, your Ferengi lime, because it is extra.
Moist.
Vidian vodka. Does that end up you being legless?
He's been away for a couple of weeks, but he hasn't lost his touch. So imagine, if you will, that in this glass I'm going to pour in something I've mixed myself and not this pre-made. Woo!
It's a great noise, that.
Well, it tastes better than anything I've mixed over the last year and a half. It's a bit like penicillin. Bottoms up.
Very nice.
Or if you're over Vidian, bottoms off.
Right, so now let's have a think.
Should we have a quick serious note?
Go on.
Okay. Well, I think this is a E minor.
Serious note with Trek. So we started the show. Do you know it must be? It's got to be. Has it come up for 2 years? We got to get in towards our 2 year birthday.
Well,
soon.
we started in about May of last year, I think.
No, we've had a year birthday.
Yes.
So yeah, crikey. And we started this to sort of because the world is a bit of a rubbish and scary place, and I think the world is still a bit of a rubbish and scary place, to be honest.
We haven't made it better, have we? It's not. Yeah.
No. But it's just because a lot of things are going on at the moment, and just to tell people, keep the faith; it'll get better. I think that's all what today's.
Are you telling us, Dan, that you've got faith of the heart?
That's the one. Yeah, and I also wanted to send out some thoughts and well wishes and things to people in America who might be getting having a tough time with the local weather, which apparently is ripping through the country and not doing some very many favors. So
it's the devastation is actually quite brutal. And I said this to Dan when I saw it, and not as a joke. We saw the footage of the Amazon depot, and it looked like Godzilla had torn through that. I mean, how horrific! It must be absolutely terrifying for them. It's awful.
It's strange, isn't it? We are striving to explore space as a species, and we're launching things into space left, right, and centre. Yet we can't control something as simple as the weather. It's.
Because that's really easy. I'll send him on the Flash with the stick. Just need a stick.
It reminded me of that episode of Deep Space Nine. Where in Risa, where Worf sabotages the weather station to show them.
Is that the episode where Worf has been like a massive dick?
Also, there's a TNG episode where there's a weather station that goes wrong, and there's also this. Oh,
don't do it, James.
Don't do it,
the
James.
candle.
Don't do it.
No, this was a serious note, not the introduction of Ronan.
Ooh,
I'm a horny ghost. Ooh.
Talking of which, let me find the pictures from that cosplay. You talk while I find the pictures up on the screen.
Oh, the one I sent you. Oh, yes, very good.
Yes.
What Dan was saying is actually spot on. We did start doing this show purely because of the first lockdown. And the world is becoming a bit more of a scary. We seem to be pulling in and out of normality, and it was great to actually attend the convention a few weeks ago. But it's looking like possibly another lockdown is looming, certainly for us in the UK. But like Dan says, don't lose faith, don't lose heart. Just because they've pulled Star Trek from Netflix doesn't mean that. Oh God, what are we going to do if we get locked down? Now they've pulled Star Trek from Netflix.
Well, if you get really bored, I suppose you could try Doctor Who again.
TNG's on Netflix.
Oh, is it? It's just Discovery.
Just Discovery.
Okay. Oh, that's all right then.
So you can watch TNG to your heart's delight.
I will do. I'm actually seriously considering. I'm on my Voyager rewatch at the moment. I'm on season 3. I was holding out because I think within the next 2 years we're going to get a HD re-release of DS9, but I might have to revisit it quicker if we get locked down.
Interesting. Like you said about how we've got the ability to rewatch now at will, whereas in the old days, do you remember when it was all on Sky and Sky was showing, DS9 in the morning and TNG and all that stuff? You sort of got whatever episodes that they felt like throwing on. But now you can sort of choose one you want. If you could go back and watch one episode again for the first time, no knowledge of what it is, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this. What would be your episode to go and watch for the first time?
Best of Both Worlds.
Part 2.
Well, the whole thing.
Well, was that because you're old enough to remember when there was the gap between episode 1 and 2, aren't you, James?
Oh, well, thank you for highlighting that I'm an old bastard. Yes, I do remember it.
And I believe there was lots of fake rumours and things being put out by the studio about what was going to happen.
Well, you have to remember we lived in a less connected world then, so there was no internet back in 1989.
So is your office in 1989 then, James? Is this why we have issues with your internet every week?
No, I'm casting my mind back to when they originally broadcast the Best of Both Worlds, and the only spoilers you would get would be from things like the Star Trek magazine as existed. At the time.
I remember the Star Trek magazine. Used to get the old pull-out posters in it. Oh, they were grand.
Yeah.
If I could go back and watch an episode for the first time, in terms of when I watched it, how much I enjoyed it, it was definitely be Tapestry. I remember it was the height of when I was really into my Star Trek, and I just thought, what a wonderful piece of television, let alone piece of Star Trek. It was absolutely beautiful. And I remember after watching it, it left me with a very warm glow. It was a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
And, that was the one, of course, because it didn't have Q in the title. We weren't expecting Q to appear, were we? So that was a surprise.
Yes, it was. I mean, for me, it possibly would be the excitement behind the first episode of Voyager. Because obviously, that had been sort of bubbling for a while.
Did you go around and make? I like a group of mates. We all got together and watched it around someone's house when it was broadcast for the first time. We were that excited about it, and we did for Enterprise as well. I remember it being really weird. It's on Channel 4. It had adverts. What's going on with that?
I remember someone taped Voyager and sent it over from the States to a mate of mine, and we watched it round his house.
Now, it's strange you should say Tapestry. Tapestry
Come and get me, CBS.
Tapestry does mention the fact that it's all about Picard not being Picard, which brings back, this.
Yeah. Where's the other image, Dan?
Which other image?
The other one that came with it. There you are. Look.
Very hard to tell them apart, isn't it?
One of those is not played by Sir Patrick Stewart.
Well.
So where are we at the moment? Talking about Netflix and what's on Star Trek and is on there available or not. Where are we with Discovery at the moment? Is it Pluto TV? Am I right in saying you can watch it on Pluto TV, or has that changed now?
No, it's still on Pluto TV.
But it's not available on demand.
Only to be watched as it's being shown, not demand, correct.
So people in the UK are still struggling to watch it. Is that?
Yep.
In which case...
Where do you find Pluto TV?
In which case, fear not, because we have a Discovery catch-up segment which we're going to play for you now. And it is spoiler-free, so don't worry.
I saw Tiger, now I understand. I saw Tiger saw me.
Well, hey there, this is Joe Exotic coming live from the United States Penitentiary Penthouse, and I'm going to tell you all about Discovery. This week, Burnham and Tilly try to track down a killer. Well, I tell you what, I'ma save a whole lot of time, because I know who done it. That bitch, Carol fucking Baskin's gone done it. That's who fucking done it. Take a peek under that septic tank, and you'll find what you're looking for. Cold like bowl at my fucking ass.
I saw a tiger, now I understand.
I'm sorry, Joe. No, we're not going to get through on appeal even this time round. No. Well, you might say that, but I'm sorry, I'm hanging up.
Wow. Richard, I believe you speak Talukingese. For those of us that don't speak Talukingese, what did he say?
Well, basically, there's no point. The episode of Discovery that just passed was Tilly and Burnham were attempting to catch a killer.
Oh, right, okay.
But Joe Exotic was exasperated because he suspects he already knows who done it. It was, in fact,
Carol.
someone called Carol Baskins who actually did do it.
Points of inquiry. Is that Carol from the Trekkie Girls?
No, it's not Carol from the Trekkie Girls. This is its
How
completely
would
different
Joe
character.
Exotic refer to Carol from the Trekkie Girls?
Probably as that fornicator carried from the Trekking Girls.
I love the fact that you're now bringing the wrath of the Trekkie Girls upon yourself. We are distancing ourselves from this completely, me and James.
Hello? Yes, Carol. Yeah, you're watching. I'll tell him after the show.
So basically, he was saying that if Burnham and Tilly simply would take a peek under the septic tank, they probably would have discovered the killer a lot sooner.
Can you please not annoy the Trekkie Girls? One, because I think in a fight, I think Carol could probably have you. I reckon she's quite scrappy. And two, we have the utmost respect and love for the Trekkie Girls. We really do.
Well, absolutely, yes.
And one of them's an optician, so I might be able to help my poorly eye that hurt.
Would you like me to see if I can get Joe to come in next week and speak about Discovery? Damn.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Or will you hide your face in your hand going, what the hell's going on?
I was away for 1 week.
Yes, thank you to the present Mrs. Dillon for notifying me of that, but I just don't care.
James, what did we say before the show about Discovery?
I didn't mention Discovery.
Right, I'm talking of Discovery.
No, they didn't. We offered them money and they wouldn't do
that?
it. They wouldn't do it. I offered them money. They wouldn't do it.
Well, on that bombshell, back to the studio. Can you imagine a Let's Talk Trek spectacular with us, the Trekkie Girls, and the other UK bloggers in? Let's throw Trek Yards in for fun.
Are you talking about like a cage match or
It's a knockout.
It's a super like a super webcast, super cast, if you will.
I'm not certain that.
Or maybe at the SF Ball we could have them versus us in something like Universality Challenge. You know,
They do that.
Ooh,
Anyway.
yeah, we could do
It's
that.
universally challenged, I think, is the SF Ball version.
you know. Yeah, Let's Talk Trek. Done.
The square root of -1. Incorrect.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So, has anyone else got massive amounts of friend requests after Destination Star Trek?
No.
I have. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of them. I haven't replied to any of them yet. So if you've sent me one, I've not yet replied to it. I'm really sorry. I'm really bad at replying to friend requests and stuff. I've been working a lot. It's been busy. Yes. Talking of working a lot, Carl has not been on the show for a long time.
Yes, we miss you, Cole. Come back.
Yes. This show used to be better when I could remember the format, to be honest. It's been a couple of weeks and I've sort of fallen out of the format idea.
Have we got a collectible corner?
Could talk about a collectible. Yeah, I've got a collectible. Let's talk about this. Roll VT.
Oh, shit. Hang
Something usually happens when you say that.
on.
Roll VT.
Hang on. I'm doing it.
Roll VT.
Which one of us is Carl? Right, there's Carl. Don't forget to put on your
that's
Carl hat.
nice. That's a football jersey, isn't it?
It is a American football.
Yeah.
Or a hockey top, I think it might actually be.
It looks like it's the German flag, though.
Yeah, it's the football game they play without their feet. It's quite impressive, really.
But this is a limited edition run from 1996. Polygram Merchanting Inc. They did this one and a Klingon one. You never see them for sale. They are
It's
very,
really
very
nice.
bloody hard to get hold of. And I got it because I thought it would be really nice to get it framed up. You know, like they do traditionally framing of them.
You should get a mannequin and put it on the mannequin and have it behind
straight
you.
through that. Is it like a vest?
That's how football jerseys are. It's because they have all the armour underneath it.
But I thought,
transparent.
I've never actually seen another one. I've only ever seen the Klingon one pop up once on eBay, and it went for very, very serious money. And yeah,
You should definitely get a mannequin to put that on and have it like stood in the side. That'd be lovely.
but I thought it might be nice to get framed up and or signed. So that's my collectible. You don't see them very often. So there you go. Bet you've not got one of those, James.
No, I don't.
Do I win? I got something that you don't own.
You win, yeah. You win this week's Carl's Collectible Corner.
Oh right, okay. So I win extra hours at work because I've got no staff. Amazing.
You can go work for Carl.
Feel bad for Carl. I really do. Right, let's have a do through the news. Do we have real?
Just go to his pub and do the show from there. That's the only thing we can do, isn't it?
I don't think Carl wants any more customers. I think he would like less customers at this point. So, Richard, do you have some fake news, or are you straight into real news? Real news it is then.
Have we got any real? Oh yes, there is some real news. Are we getting Picard starting as soon as Discovery finishes? Isn't it? Should we play the fake news sting just because?
Oh,
go on then.
There we go. So this week it's been confirmed that Joe Exotic is going to be helming the new Star Trek series, basically to make it as fully inclusive as possible. They never had a convicted felon as captain of the Enterprise, so now we're getting Joe Exotic.
Wow. Fair enough. Right, real news. What's this?
that's the Federation Starship Enterprise.
That's the Eagle Moss Enterprise D. Looks like it's the standard sized one though.
It is. Okay, so let's do what's this?
Oh, that's a better. So this I've got. Funny enough, I've got this on my desk right now. And that's a much better version than the one I've got. So when the original Enterprise D Eagle Moss came out, it was really good. It was beautiful. But sadly, a lot of the other ones didn't quite measure up. So I don't know if you can see that it's clearly not as detailed. So is that a new, better detailed Voyager they're bringing out? Or
So my friends at Eagle Moss have sent me this. I'll read you the press release. It says, "Hi, Hero Collector's Galaxy of Star Trek collections boldly continues to grow with the launch of the new Star Trek Starfleet Starships collection." And there's a mouthful. Giving fans the opportunity to collect all the essential Starfleet vessels, including hand-painted die-cast models of the Enterprise D, Defiant, Enterprise Constitution class, Voyager, NX-01. This monthly collection will eventually encompass more than 60 ships. Please file attached press releases. So
they're
how does that
re-releasing
differ from
them.
those they've already released them?
But they're releasing better detailed ones,
Better
and there's only going to be
detailed,
60 of them because they are the essential collection.
What about the Malon Freighter?
Well, I think we need to start putting pressure on them now if we're going to get it done.
So
If I take a few pictures of my one, and Dan, could you possibly put together some sort of email to send to
I mean,
them?
it's difficult to imagine this could be improved upon. But yeah, I mean, there it is. That's perfection.
do you have your any of your mail on freighter photo shoot ready yet, Richard?
I've got.
The glamour shots.
If you would like me to do some glamour shots of the mail on freighter, then I can do. I've got. I do have something.
Maybe your friend that does photography. Your friend that does whatever.
I mean, I do have something I can.
I can't remember the lady's name. Your friend that whatever her name is. Maybe we can get her to assist with the mail on freighter shoots.
We can do. If you think it will help.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I can't remember. Well, for the sake of, I have to think of a name for it. We'll call her Katie for the sake of not knowing a real name. Yeah.
So
Katie and the mail on balls. I can see this as a.
Yeah. Here's. I mean, who wouldn't want to own that?
Can you please release that as a HD wallpaper?
I can do, yeah. I've got, yeah. I mean, that's a 4K resolution right there. You know.
All right, here's the challenge. You put it out on a place I can easily get to. I'm going to go to the Apple Store. And I'm going to put that as the background on every one of their demo devices.
Well, let's have an action shot instead. So here's the Defiant having a go at the old mail on freighter.
Oh, bless.
So, interestingly enough, any similarity to persons alive or dead? Yes. So, if I'm going to zoom in here on the Defiant, so that's actually the base model Defiant, the low detail one that I photographed for the purposes of this diorama. And I have it here. There you go. It's a really good model. It's much better than the Voyager one. It's really nice.
I've got it. I know what our new feature is going to be. Do you remember a program where they had to send in their artwork and it was judged and there was some background music?
Yes, the gallery.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could get our viewers to draw us all a mail on freighter. And then James could do the presenting of the aforementioned drawings.
You have to draw it and put how old you are.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So Dan, 37, from Cleethorpes.
Must be another Dan watching.
What was it? The dual tones? I'm going to look that piece of music up right now.
What else we got? What else we got in
The
news,
novel
Dan?
tone, Left Bank 2. That's what it was called.
Okay, what else in the news?
That is much nicer. That it's a bit orange, but it's much nicer than the one I've got.
This is out soon. Let me sort of look at the press release that
Bloopers of the Borg.
sent by Ian.
Some sort of bizarre pornography.
Okay, so I'm going to read this press blurb off Ian. Resistance Winning Futile as Hero Collector and Glenn Darkin continue their entertaining Star Trek Nerd Search puzzle book collaboration with the newest entry to the line Star Trek Next Generation Nerd Search Bloopers of the Borg. Followed on from the popular Nerd Search Quibbles with Tribbles. The new book, with detailed art by John Ross and Alan Craddock, challenges fans to find mistakes made on purpose. Among the book's 44 pages, Star Trek's most formidable enemy, the Borg, have created time-traveling chaos cubes that break down our reality as we know it. So it's up to readers to spot the cubes and save Captain Picard's voyages. So what's in there?
I want to take a couple of things straight away from that rather exciting cover. We've got an exocomp that's been assimilated, and we've got Lal,
and we've got the thing that we got the bit that was made by
the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's lore in the background too.
How do you know it's law?
It's not data, is it?
It
How
could
do
be
you- how do you know?
before.
Right. Continuing what the blurb. So what's in there? Continuity errors caused by the Chaos Cubes place TNG characters in the wrong uniform or in the incorrect scene or in an entirely different series. Complicating these crises, Dakin has hidden 10 randomly items for each season of TNG in each scene. Expect to see cranky Klingons, quirky cube madness, and the ever blah blah Ferengi, TNG. Essentially, available out soon. Make sure you buy it. He sent us a PDF of the entire book, so we can sort of read it. It is very good. The artwork is very good in it as well. I don't want to.
Kind of like a Star Trek Where's Wally? Is that what they're going for? Or
Yeah, sort of. That was sort of the basic feeling I got off him. He's sending us out a couple of physical copies to give away as prizes, so you should be able to win a copy of this on our.
Oh, yes, that's that. You have to draw a picture of a Mail-on freighter, and then we can send a picture of you with your picture of the Mail-on freighter to Eagle Moss and your prize, saying, "I drew this. I won a prize. I want to see it made."
And just for an idea of what's going on in the book, here's the PDF of the book in question. So you've got to find this type of cube. You've got to find the scoring system.
That looks like the baddies out of Terrorhawks.
So then, yeah.
Right. So why is there a badgie?
Incorrect scene. There's the cube.
Why is there an Enterprise on the cabinet? Yes.
They're very nice pictures, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a nice.
That does look kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, I like the look of that.
What's going on here?
Why is
That's
Tashi
that-
not?
Is that Tash? I thought that was Riker in that weird outfit they put him in on.
No, that's
was it
Tashi
Angel
Yara there.
7?
That's Tashi Yara there.
Angel-
Hello, data.
That's Angel 7 Riker, I'm sure.
And here's the answers. So, if you want to know what the answers are, screenshot that and pause it, and you'll find each of the answers.
So what's the what email address do people need to send their artwork into, Dan, to win this coveted prize?
Well, I've got to wait for them to send me the prize, but at the moment you can start making your drawings and send it in.
Of a Mail-on freighter, it can be, as in, I think people need to do their pictures the same as the prize, so it needs to be an inappropriate insertion of a Mail-on freighter into a scene where it doesn't belong.
Well, yeah, so that's a new book. Exciting times, right? Next up,
Oh, more
see
news.
that one.
Prodigy.
That's still on, isn't it?
I'm enjoying this. I'm
Prodigy
enjoying
is getting its official release on the 17th of December on Nickelodeon in the States.
In which
Well,
case,
hang on,
I'm
we're
not
already
enjoying
seeing
it.
aren't we?
No, we're not, James.
But we go over and we watch it in the States
Oh,
every
yes.
week, don't we?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
we'll go to the States and watch it, I think.
But they've not had their official release of it yet. They have it on stream. They have it on streaming service, but they don't have it on normal terrestrial TV. On terrestrial TV, it's coming out on Nickelodeon.
Regardless of which, I'm thoroughly enjoying Prodigy. I think it's a smart program. And my kids are enjoying it too.
And yes, not that we're pirating it, honestly. Right?
What's this?
Shatner in Space coming out soon on Amazon Prime Video.
What he's already been, hasn't he?
Yes, but they made a documentary about it.
Oh.
Which did you see that Shatner's going to be the last person to receive his wings?
What do you mean, the last person to receive his
They've
wings?
changed the criteria.
No, they're doing away with the program apparently. So I read about this last night. So NASA introduced this thing where you could earn your astronaut wings if you'd been into space. Jeff and co blasted off, and NASA turned around and said, "Well, you didn't go high enough, so tough luck. You don't get an astronaut wing." Eventually, there's been a bit of a wangle. So yes, Jeff going to get his astronaut wings, but NASA said that essentially Bezos, Shatner, and the team that did it on Blue Origin are the last ones that will get, and the guy from Virgin, Richard Branson, will be the last people to get astronaut wings because it was set to people who've done extraordinary events to get into space, but now essentially it's just a commercial charter flight. It's not special anymore, so they're doing away with the program. So yeah, Shatner will be one of the last people to actually be given an astronaut wings.
It's funny, really, because wings will do you no good in space. A bit ironic there. They'll do out for your wings in space. Out at all.
Right, new Star Trek game on the way. Star Trek Resurgence. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks very good.
Can we see the trailer?
No, because for copyright reasons, we're not allowed to show it.
Can
But we
you
can show this image.
can you reenact the trailer for us?
Could you do it through the medium of interpretive dance?
If I was working on more than like 2 hours sleep today, yeah, possibly.
Actually,
What's
we've
this, a
been watching Ted
multiplayer
Lasso
role-play
again.
game? What sort of game are we looking at here, Dan?
Right. Tell you what, let's take this as good.
Xbox, PC, what are we...
I'm sure I can probably play the video without any sound, because then the copyright people won't shout at us. So let me try and find the video.
Well, dear people from Star Trek Resurgence, we are promoting your product, so yeah.
And we are officially one of the best Star Trek shows in the UK. So yeah, less
What
this
you can
copyright.
say in the universe, then.
Yeah, we are the people's Will Wheaton.
We are the best darts-based Star Trek talk show.
Right. Okay, so let's see if this will do this.
I'll play some other music.
The detailing on computer games is immense these days, isn't it? So I'm seeing so far Spacewalk.
So it's a first-person shooter by the look of them, then.
Third person, I think they're advertising it as.
It's John Cleese. What's he doing there? Is that meant to be Spock?
Or Sarek.
Well, I'm excited. New Star Trek game. Excited by it. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a first-person shooter. It should be good fun.
Yeah. So that's the news. Yeah, that's all the news. So exciting times.
I see in the comments Nadeem referring to an incident on the Ready Room.
No.
I didn't know he could break dance.
I haven't seen the Ready Room since the awful version with that guy Matt Mira.
I'm not certain what the Ready Room is. Is Will Wheaton okay? Was he injured during the breakdown?
Nadeem, tell us what happened.
Yeah. Oh, look. Dan's breakdancing as well now. How's your eye, Dan?
So. For those, yeah, I've managed to injure my eye. So it's actually really sore. Looking at the screen is actually really, really painful. Yours. God. We get better at this, by the way. This show, if you're watching now, you think this is a bit boring. This show is usually a lot better. Usually I'm working on a lot more sleep. Yes, I've just finished a 90+ hour week this week. So
he got emotional interviewing Mary Wiseman.
Oh, did he?
Did it suddenly broke into a dance routine, presumably?
Right. Yeah, I must admit, I didn't know the Ready Room was still going.
What is the Ready Room? I've no idea what.
It was
this
a sort
is
of
Star Trek
post-show chat thing. So
like after the Discovery, they do the Ready Room to talk about.
yeah,
the
I don't know
episode.
if they did it well. Seeing as it's still going, has it been going on for things like Prodigy and Picard? I don't know.
talking of the lovely Mary Wiseman, we had the chance to interview her amazing husband Noah Katz at Destination. He's lovely.
Did we? When did we do that?
I did on stage.
Oh yes, of course
We
you
were
did.
there.
Yeah,
We were
you-
there,
Oh,
Richard.
there.
You pretended to come and sit in the audience and skulk off, thinking I wouldn't see you. I saw.
Oh, so I was there taking pictures. I remember now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a really good panel.
yeah, and Joe, he's actually really good fun as well.
He is. He's a cracking chap. He's well all right. Yeah.
Well, this
and
is
we're gonna
why
have-
you weren't on the stage, though, were you, Dan? You had to be in amongst the great unwashed with us.
Yes, because there was rules on how many people could be on the stage next to each other because of COVID.
I tell you what, considering I think that was the second panel that you'd ever hosted, and you weren't even allowed to be on the stage. You did a cracking job. Certainly, everyone who was on the stage really gave a good panel, and that's normally down to the person that's hosting it, as well as the talented people that are on there, of course.
I mean,
But
this isn't.
one thing about everyone who was on that panel, including yourself, is that none of them looked pained to be there. They looked like they were really enjoying themselves doing the panel, which is an absolute bonus.
So thank you. But this isn't a big up Dan session. This is more of a. Anyway, me and Noah have been talking, and he's going to come and be a guest on the show at some point. So if you've got questions you'd like to ask Noah about behind the scenes of Filming Discovery or anything like that, start thinking of those because he's going to tell us all about it. And he's an actual Trekkie. He's a proper full-on Trekkie before he became Mary White's husband. And before that, he used to do conventions. He used to reenact scenes. He's put up.
Do you think that we should show him the Tiger King's evaluation of Discovery? Then would he enjoy it? He'd enjoy that, wouldn't he? I think that would be a really good idea.
Possibly.
I think that's probably the best idea I've ever had.
Perhaps, hang on. What? Dan, do you remember this project? We were going to do some read-throughs from this.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yes.
Perhaps Noah could join us and do a Star Trek script book read-through.
Is what's the episode called?
James, you're looking for page.
Is Code of Honor in there?
James, you're looking for page 437.
437, right.
Maybe we could get Joe Exotic to come in and read some of the lines.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, James. We'll do page 449. I will play the part of. You can play the part of Picard, and I will play the part of Q.
I'll do the ship background noises.
449, right.
449.
Right, hang on. Fade in. What's going on, Q?
I told you, you're dead. This is the afterlife, and I'm God.
Imagine me scoffing here. You are not God.
Blasphemy! You're lucky I don't cast you out or smite you or something.
The stage direction is Picard is unamused. I don't know what game it is you're playing, but I am not going to participate.
What an ego. Do you think the great Jean-Luc Picard would never die?
Whatever you've done to...
Check your heart rate. Go on. Go ahead. Oh. And for this and more, even more amazing, us reenacting Star Trek.
I think there's some mileage in this. I think there's a lot of mileage in this. I think we could reenact many, many scenes from many, many episodes.
Oh, yes. And the thing is, there isn't many bad. Although I would argue there is not a single bad Q episode across all of various types of Trek.
A couple of the Voyager ones are a bit ropey.
I'm excited to see how Q's going to come into Picard season 2. Absolutely.
Bonjour,
I think we're all excited for Picard season 2. We just can't wait to get back to some Picard. It's going to be fantastic.
In fact, I'm going to throw this out there. If we're not in a lockdown, should we have a Let's Talk Trek Picard season 2 physical watch along? We'll come down and watch it all together. First.
Oh,
That
fantastic.
sounds like fun, yeah. When's the release date?
Not a clue. Don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, we're 4 weeks into Discovery. How many episodes in this season of Discovery?
Don't know.
10?
28, whatever it is.
28?
Sometime later.
Oh gosh. Okay, so it is fairly soon. We're looking at
February?
a rather vague February. No specific date, but it will be in February.
I wonder if we could persuade, I don't know, a Sunday Times best-selling author to come and watch along as well.
Yes, Jack Gatland. We can get him.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry,
I'm sure he'd like to come and watch along.
possibly, yeah. Or we could get some sort of room and have an event, maybe.
Maybe we could just hire a cinema and just watch it all independently at the cinema.
Oh,
Could
there be those ladies who come around with a tray around their neck selling cigarettes and cocktails? And also one who comes around selling an albatross. Albatross! Got any ice cream? No, I've just got this albatross.
James, have you been cleaning the toilet with Toilet Duck again?
I don't think you remember your Monty Python, do you?
That's not. It's having a get together. If there's enough people that want to get together, then we possibly could get a room or something all together in an event hall. It'd be good fun.
Right. Talking of events, and this isn't pointed at any event in particular, and I'm going to hasten to put this out there because apparently people seem to associate us with certain events. We don't ever speak on behalf of those events. I am essentially
to do that irritate me.
I'm essentially a subcontractor, so I work for myself. I'm just hired by the eventer, and I have nothing to do with the actual event myself. But there's a lot of events at the moment that I think where the future is very unsure of because the world's quite unusual at the moment. Whether or not this is going to happen or has to be delayed, or not just like little events, there's big events. I mean, the next year is going to be hard again, I think, for the events industry, especially as what it's what I work in, and we're all sort of we find out the changes that are coming up on the same point you guys do. We find out on the same press conference at the same time as Boris, and then we have to deal with the 5,000 inboxes that suddenly come in and say, "Can I attend? Do I need a COVID pass?" It's like, hold on, we found out at the same time you did about 5 seconds ago, so give us some time. And it's just I'm watching some of the responses to some of the events online and people complaining and whinging. It's going to take a while for events to get back to like they were. I think people should just be grateful that there has been an event of some description. Does that make sense?
It does, Dan. We had a similar conversation after the last destination in Star Trek, and I think we decided that the same people who complained about that would be the ones who complained the last time there was one and there were no restrictions. Some people are just going to complain. And I always feel personally a little bit let down when the Star Trek community do this. If you're going to complain about something, be constructive. But at the same time, there's a pandemic on, guys. So could you just, give them a break? They're doing the best they can,
I mean, I really worry about some of your smaller events. I mean, you look at, all of the events. Yeah, all of the events. Yeah. All the events industry is, struggling at the moment to pay its bills and stuff like this. Just cut them a break at the moment, guys. It's going to take a while for it to get back to how it was. But these things need your support. So if you can go to an event where it's a big national or a little regional or an independent, go to it. Show it some support, show it some love. And if they have to cancel or delay or do anything silly like that, support them. Don't try and demand a refund because the chances are they've probably already spent that money on trying to get that event going anyway, and you are not going to help out by.
As well, just be a little bit realistic when you decide you're going to go to an event in the middle of a pandemic. Not trying to put anyone off from going, but just keep your expectations realistic, and then you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, right. Now I've had my little rant, my soapbox moment.
We shall be here because we've got nothing better to do.
Well, we have got something better to do, like this.
Once again, another no expense spared video clip coming to you for Let's Talk Trek. This is a festive one. Roll VT.
This is Christmas. What have you done? Another year over.
The entertainment has merely begun.
So, this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones. The old and the young. A very Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one. The final frontier.
So, this is Christmas. Good week and strong.
For honor. For queen. For tribbles and fun. And so happy Christmas. For black and for white. You are imperfect.
Peace and long life.
A very Merry Christmas.
And a happy New Year.
Live long and prosper. The final frontier.
Gone for a wee. Oh, there he is.
Did you not enjoy that, Richard?
No, I mean,
And
no.
there's. Oh, is it over?
Oh,
Hey, look, it makes
Oh,
a
look,
change from
our
let it
viewing-
snow or make
our
it snow or
viewing
whatever it
figures
is.
have rocketed.
I feel like it's that football clip. I was expecting Rich to come back on and say there's been a goal. I was like, what? Has there? What?
Jeff, I've missed it, Jeff. That's my football thing. I know that.
Yes, I know that one too.
Ted Lasso
Oh.
Lasso.
just makes everything better.
Anyone who's not watched Ted Lasso, what are you doing? Why haven't you watched it yet? Do it immediately.
right.
Stop watching us. Go and watch Ted
Yeah,
Lasso.
just go and watch Ted Lasso now. Honestly,
And if you want something good to watch, that's not Ted Lasso and is actually documentary based. Go and watch Long Way Up. It's on Amazon. It's on Apple. And it's Charlie Borman and Ewan McGregor riding electric motorcycles. It's very
motorcycles. Or even better, watch some Ted Lasso. It makes your life better. So, where can we watch Ted Lasso? So, Ted Lasso is available on Apple Television.
which is free for the first month.
Yes, I would literally. If you watch Ted Lasso, you will binge it in about 2 days, so you'll get through it in no time.
It took me 2.5 days to do 2 seasons. So.
Yes, it's that good.
Unless, of
Come
course,
on, then, James. Let's hear your Roy Kent impression. Oh, do we want Roy Kent to review Discovery next week?
Shall I save Roy Kent until next week then?
Oh, we're all after 9, aren't we?
We'll do Roy Kent can do the spoiler-free Discovery review next week. Okay, is that agreed, or do you want?
Yeah, all right. Roy Kent it is.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yeah.
my people can get in touch with someone else's people if you'd prefer.
Yeah, next week, let's go for Roy Kent reviews Discovery.
Roy Kent review. Okay, we'll see if we can get Roy Kent on the show then.
Because we can't really have Roy Kent reviews Prodigy because he's not really child friendly.
We are post Watershed though, aren't we?
We're a family-friendly show, remember? What do you normally do with your eyelashes, James?
I wouldn't want to say because I don't want to spoil Roy Kent for next week.
Oh dear. Well, I think that's more or less it for the show. We haven't waffled on for an hour about practically nothing. So all that is left to be said is one, thank you for watching and thank you for sort of tuning in every week.
And genuinely, guys, it's a little bit weird at the moment. We want to talk about Discovery, but it's difficult because we know not everyone's seen it. We don't want to give anything away in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But you know, we're trying to keep you entertained and keep the Star Trek thing going. You know, obviously we're a little bit disappointed that Discovery's been pulled from Netflix and we can't review it and do a show about it properly. But we've got our army of fans in mind when we're not wanting to drop any spoilers for you.
And we appreciate that Carl is very much an integral part of this team and is not really available at the moment due to work.
Yeah, the show's just not the same without him. I mean, there must be someone else in the North we can get, isn't there, Dan?
If you're Northern and you know you've been my friend for many years and you want to come on the show, no, it's sort of rules most people out, to be honest.
I haven't seen the latest one.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, right. So yeah, here you go. There's your mission for this week. Go and watch Ted Lasso. It is available on Apple TV and you're free to subscribe.
It might be all that you get. So,
but the Long Way Up thing is on there as well. So yeah, go watch that. Support your little events, and if they do have to cancel or postpone or anything like that, don't be an idiot to them. You know, they're struggling.
And also your little
coming
people,
up, Dan, that you can think of in the near future. Which is the next one? Is it the Ball or is there the
Sci-Fi Ball?
Sci-Fi Ball's the next one.
FT doing one?
We're going to try and organise watching Picard, and if you like the music of John Williams, there's a thing for that as well.
Yeah, in March 29th, if we're not in lockdown.
So, yeah. Oh, well, right, on that happy thoughts. All right, we're going to go. Thank you for watching.
Well, toodle pip, everybody.
Look after yourselves and each other.
Bye.
Keep them peeled.
Peace out. Peace.